Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Expanse reaction to Sword Live, and my name is Matt. Okay, so last time on the Expanse, we solved the blindness, we cured blindness. It was apparently the anti-cancer radiation shit that Holden got in his arm, and that was what was saving his ass. I am upset that I didn't think of that because that is a clear difference that he has over everyone else, other than like his like mind connection to Miller or whatever. But sure, they solved blindness. That was cool. They also managed to so Naomi and Alex and yeah, and Lucia with the help of what was the name of the daughter? I have to open the DXT. Uh, Felsia. I didn't even read it. Where is it? Where is it? But it was Felsia, right? It was Felsia, yeah, totally. So with her help, they managed to Barba Piccola. Is it Barba Piccola? I think it was the Barba Piccola. Yeah, they managed to save the Barba Piccola by using the like wire thing and just fucking manually pulling it, so it doesn't fall into orbit and fucking dies because the Rosie can survive for like months apparently. So um, they managed to do that. That was cool. It was very hopeful episode. Um, on the side of Christian, she flipped the narrative into one where she is a Kyrian matriarch, and then whatever is happening on Illus or New Terra or whatever is actually giving her credence to whatever she was pushing, which is we shouldn't go over there because some crazy alien shit might happen and it's dangerous. That turned out to be true. But she deliberately leaked that information so Nancy Gao would lose a little bit of momentum in her campaign, and her husband got upset with her because of it. Well, mostly because she used the data of her son, their son, in her speech, and then he was like, "So that was all fake," and she was like, "No, it wasn't," but still, it's kind of a shitty move to do. Um, so that's what happened on the Christian side of things. And then, and this is something I want to say because I thought of this while I was editing previous episode, and it's the fact that Ashford might die. Because here's the thing: is that when I thought about it, like logically from like a storytelling point of view, I was like, so what is the point of like drummer and Ashford like splitting and drummer being like so I'm just gonna stay here, I'm not gonna go with you. I'm like, okay, what is the point of that? Like this has to drive either character in a direction, like that there has to be a reason why she does that. um and I thought about it and I was like, what tipped me off is the scene where drummer comes in and they're gonna have like a drink, and then she's like, well, it's for you and your crew because I'm not coming. And then it's like, oh, okay. And then Ashford says, tell you what, when I come back, we're gonna have the drink together. And that is a dead flag. That is a dead flag. Given this show has given me dead flags before and not followed through on them, but that is a dead flag, and I'm upset that I didn't pick up on that immediately. It took only until the editing for me to get to pick on that, because now the thing is that they're split, so it's just Ashford. He's the only person that matters in that ship. He's going after Marco Inaros, which is a character that has been built up across seasons because he has a connection to one of our other main cast members, Naomi, and I suppose by extension Holden because he cares about Naomi, right? So just the Rosic in general, I suppose. Um, so I feel like it would be too perfect if Ashford goes in and he, because he did say, I'm gonna fucking kill this Marco Norris punk ass bitch. I think it would be, if it would fit really well for a narrative for Ashford to go after Marco Inaros and die in the process, and Marco Inaro kills him. And then drummer hears that and then she comes back because she said, I'm gonna steer away from politics. So she's just like, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. Which is weird because she was never done with this shit. She was always like very aggressive over everything that she did and being involved. So now her being like, I'm not gonna be involved anymore. And then what if Ashford then dies? And then she's like, okay, now I'm involved again. I'm gonna go kill that punk ass bitch motherfucker. And then she gets in contact with Naomi, and she's like, Ashford died, and it was Marco Inaros. And then Naomi is like, oh my god, it's that fucking son of a bitch. And then, like, next season, or 2 seasons, or whatever book it is, because there's like 9 of these shits being written, right? So, in the future, it's Marco Inaros is gonna be like an antagonist that was built up even more, because he killed one of the people that we care about, so Ashford. Like, on top of the, like, Naomi backstory, because that is just backstory. That is for development of, like, Naomi. Now it's just, like, is also being built up, and then he kills someone that we care about, Ashford, which is, like, one of the best characters in the show, and he's being built up even further, and then it's gonna be more satisfactory when we actually catch him and kill him. And it has to be the Rosie crew, right? Because it has to be them. Because that is where the emotional conflict comes in. Because the story with Naomi has been built up. So if Ashford kills him, I don't think there would be too much satisfaction in that kill. Because we only got like 1 episode with the dude as well. But if Naomi catches up to him, and if Ashford dies or some shit happens to him and Drummer catches up to him as well, then it would have that tension for the audience and it would be satisfactory. So I feel like from a storytelling perspective, I feel like that would make a lot of sense. I built this story in my head because, like, I thought about it last week when I was editing the episode, right? So, and I thought about it because of the, like, drink scene being like, we'll take it later when we come back. I was like, he's not gonna come back. That's a dead flag. And then I thought about it even further and I developed this whole thing and I'm like, that would be perfect. So I feel like this could happen. I feel like this is the thing that could happen. So yeah, if Ashford died, like I'm saying, just because like I don't want to say before it potentially happens. And though if it happens, it could happen. I believe in the finale. We have 2 episodes left, so maybe not this one, but like the next one. But like, I would be upset because I like that character, but at the same time, I would be like, okay, I get it, because I can see the path that they're gonna take if they do kill him, which is everything that I just said. So yes, there you go. I just wanted to say that because I like saying shit before it happens, and then if it never happens, it's just another dumb thing that I said. But if it does come to pass, I'm gonna look like a fucking prophet over here, and that's cool. I like that. It rarely happens, but like that's the fun part of this video. Is whenever I do say something that like actually does come to pass, but I don't know it, and I just kind of move on from that, and I forget, because I instantly forget about the shit that I say. Like, people have actually been like, yo, that thing, remember when you said that like 3 episodes ago and it was like a funny thing? And I'm like, dude, I have no idea what the fuck I said 3 videos ago. Dude, are you kidding me? I don't remember what I ate today. Okay, I do remember, but it took a while for me to get there. Like, it's it's difficult for me to remember things. I have a very flimsy memory. So I just spit a lot of dumb bullshit, and sometimes it comes to pass and sometimes it doesn't. I've been talking for like almost 10 minutes. Let's just fucking start. So The Expanse, Season 4, Episode 9. Let's go. Okay, oh yeah, at the end of the episode there was the Miller creepy shit where he glitched out and was screaming. And I also think there was like another building. Shit, there was a lot I forgot. Okay.
Just to sit out here and watch the lightning storms.
That sounds beautiful.
This is... Yeah, that was at the beginning of the season, wasn't it?
I'll reach wherever the fuck I want to reach. Motherfucker.
Where the hell have you been?
Okay.
Fuck being fired, boss. I quit.
What the fuck did I just see right there? That looked like a face, like a creepy sort of face.
Where the hell have you been?
You seem real,
All
but
time.
Why wouldn't you just talk to me?
It's not that easy.
No hat?
It's not my hat. That hat belongs to the investigator that the proto-molecule keeps making out of my corpse.
you
Over and over and over.
you're Miller?
Couldn't kill me this time. But we might not have long.
You're Miller?
Proto-molecule's been using us both, pal. But being inside your head, watching you give a shit. You helped me.
This is dope. I liked it.
This planet's already a corpse. Let's go kill its ghost.
There is a war here, right? Between the beings that made the proto-molecule and
Okay.
something even worse.
Okay.
Well, we won't know for sure until we get there.
Is that what
But
Hold On
this
sees
place,
everything?
This
He
dead
goes
spot may mean that the war left something behind.
Okay.
See, this bomb, if it exists, kills every bit of proto-molecule it touches. And right now, that's what I need. Bomb works, I'll use it to kill all the proto-molecule on the planet. Your ships go free.
You're sure you can do that without killing us all?
No.
Rocinante has attached what appears to be a towing system to the Barbapicola. As long as they're tethered, they're extremely vulnerable. If you're gonna use that shuttle and take them out.
Understood.
What if he attacks the Rosie?
You doing all right?
Girl, put on the hood.
Everything still looks.
Put on the hood!
I do trust him. And you guys don't like each other because you're exactly fucking alike.
I'd never lie to you.
But you would. Oh, the fuck? The fuck is this?
Just, jump in a hole.
It's glitching out. Because she walked in.
You're not going in that, are you?
Okay.
You wouldn't have any idea where he might be, do you?
I don't know where he is right now.
You're a terrible liar, lady.
Chief Murtry's orders.
Murtry? Why would he even?
If you don't already know, it's because it's none of your business. Now sit the fuck down and go back to doing whatever it is you do.
Well then, he's doing the shuttle bomb thing.
What the fuck's going on?
Holden went with Miller. Murtry and Way went after him. I think he's in trouble.
Shit, she did tell him. And Amos is gonna go after them. Just gonna... Oh, and now it's... And now we're just laying on the floor? Cool!
Yeah, everything they left behind. This shit just keeps following you around, don't it, kid? Get out of my head, assholes!
Okay, that's... Apparently they were...
Are you okay?
Buster Wolf. Now, would that free Miller as the actual Miller ghost? Or would that actually make Miller just disappear and go away? The scientist dude.
Edward Israel, this is Alex Kamal of the Rocinante.
This is the Edward Israel. Go ahead.
Yeah, any reason why your shuttle is heading towards us?
Stand by, Rocinante. Checking on that.
It's the fucking bomb shuttle. Shoot it!
Brace for impact.
Lucia, brace!
And this is gonna make the fucking wire... the debris is gonna fuck with the fucking...
Look out, guys!
wire.
We got debris incoming.
Yeah, the debris is gonna fuck with the wire. Oh shit! This would be...
Where are you? Son! I'm going to... Hold on to me!
Hold on.
It's
Okay.
okay now. We're okay.
Nice. Nice. Fucking Murtry and this bitch. Why does she owe him anything? That's what I want to know.
I'm coming for your boss.
Hmm.
Don't be there when I do.
Your boyfriend has an economical way with words.
I do it. That's the deal.
We lost 11 thrusters, I burned a ton of power firing the PDCs, and a bunch of reaction masks trying to control this spin. That tether's pulling us back.
Much more of this and it will snap.
I really need to do another burner. This is gonna get worse fast.
Cut the tether.
No.
Let the ship go.
See ya.
The
No
mineral
one
has...
else dies for this dream.
No.
And now we are the ones that are not gonna give up. What are you thinking, Alex? What are you thinking, Alex? What crazy ass plans are you gonna come up with?
Without the drive to compensate, the kick from the railgun turns it into a big old thruster. And it won't throw us into a spin in the wrong direction. If it don't work, we'll evacuate the barb like Lucia said. But at this point, we got nothing to lose.
Let's look around for anything that seems out of place.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Don't keep it to yourself. What's it look like?
The eye of an angry god.
Hey, the eye is Sauron.
I need to put myself into something physical.
You can do that?
How do you think I've been turning all this shit on? Well, once I'm inside, I'm gonna flip every last switch on the network, okay? I'm gonna connect myself to everything. I'm gonna wake up the whole damn planet, so be ready.
Miller's gonna become a planet. Miller's gonna become a planet. Let's go!
You came here to die.
If you can call this living, pal. But hey, I'm gonna take the rest of this place with me, too. And maybe 100,000 screaming souls finally get some rest.
Oh, I like that.
That.
A triangle.
It's mostly intact, and it's mobile. All right, when I take control of it, I need you to guide me as close to this angry God's eye thing as you can get without me touching it, okay? If I go inside without taking everything else with me, we lose.
This is really the end, isn't it?
It is for me.
Okay.
But hey,
Miller's gonna
I'm hoping you make it out okay.
weird suicide mission.
Rest is up to you.
I like that. That's almost like a mentor passing out the torch. Despite Holden being the main character of this entire water.
Rain is just water. Doesn't really taste like anything.
Amos is coming with the doctor.
Hey!
And they're waiting for you.
Amos, we both know that you don't want to hurt me. One fucked up day of shitty choices for us both, but afterward, we can walk away from this life forever.
I'm going after Holden. And if you're in my way, I'm going through you.
Let's be
I
honest.
can't let you do that.
Shit! Shit! Oh, fuck! How many fingers did he lose? At least one. Maybe two. Okay, so like 2 episodes ago I said like I was kind of hoping for permanent damage at some point because I kind of want to see that. And somebody commented on my video being like, "Hey, season's not over yet. Don't you talk about permanent damage so early?" I guess I found the permanent damage. Unless they can reconstruct fingers. They could, actually. They can reconstruct, like, limbs, don't they? But fingers, I suppose, is a little different, maybe? Okay!
Gave us a little boost. Not enough to stabilize us for long, but I can get a few more shots off before the power runs out.
I've got 2 thrusters back. It might buy enough time for me to make this work.
Holden! Holden!
What are you doing here?
Mother's not gonna show up, but she's
Your
here.
military is coming to kill you. He shot Amos.
I'll be right back.
But now, what do we do with Miller? Can Miller communicate with her? She can hear Miller!
What are you?
Fucked, lady. I am as fucked. Where the hell's Holden?
You can guide him, though.
You are Holden's ghost. Miller?
Yeah, that'll look better. You see something funny in this room somewhere? Something unusual?
Yes.
That field effect.
This is so weird. Miller is a bunch of, like, construction.
Okay. Lady,
Guide me to it.
you're gonna help me.
It's almost like he has a face, but not really. Merch is here. Shit.
Where's Amos? Is he alive?
I don't know. He was too hurt to walk and he had a shotgun. Going around him seemed the wiser choice. Way tried to appeal to his humanity.
And she's dead.
For it.
Yeah.
Start appealing to mine.
You've broken my planet yet?
Working on it.
This is not even the finale. It's not, is it? No, it's not. She might die or something.
People like you always forget. Civilization has a lag time. You come out here and you think because you're civilized, civilization comes with you. We're all just walking in the footsteps of history. All those post offices and railroads and jails cost thousands of lives to build.
Look at my boy Burn Gorman being main antagonist over here.
I am the kind of man the frontier needs. You're the kind that comes after my work is done.
Oh,
You
shit.
stayed at home till I built a post office.
This fucking guy.
Another guy once who liked using past genocides to justify his bullshit. A friend of mine shot him in the face.
Oh! where was Holden shot that looked like a neck wound? Where was Murtry shot? What is this bullshit that Miller's gonna do? Because we're kind of in a very dire situation right now. This is like some Star Wars shit. This some like Luke versus Darth Vader shit. Just fucking do it.
Even have the balls to finish me.
Do it!
Boy.
I'm gonna bring you back to stand trial. Drop you in a cell forever.
He could like push you. Just keep going forward.
Just go straight ahead.
Fuck! The planet's stopping him. You okay, Miller? No, he's not.
I'll guide you back.
He can't even do this.
I can't move.
The building's activating or something. All this light. What does it look like from outside? Yeah, this is what I want to know. Oh, shit! That's like all the buildings. There was more than one. I saw previous episodes. There was more than one. I know they're all lighting up. And this is where the episode's gonna end, is it? Yeah, okay. It's not even a bunch of buildings. This entire planet is just... Yeah? Because we already established that the entire planet is like part of the build of the construct.
Let's go, let's go.
It's gonna be the one to touch it. Yeah. She fell onto it with Miller. And that's my end of episode. Oh! That felt like a finale. Just like the entire episode felt like a finale. That really felt like a finale. Like the entire episode felt like a finale. Like I had to like double check that what I was watching wasn't the final episode because it really felt like it. This feels like a two-parter finale. That's what it felt like. And I know that this was released like on online on Prime Video because that is what owns it now. But like this feels more so than like the first season, which I'm pretty sure did this. This feels like a two-parter finale that should have aired together, or at least should have been named. What is the name of the show? Not the show, the book. Civil Burn. Yeah, this feels like it should have been named Civil Burn Part 1 and Civil Burn Part 2. Honestly, but whatever. So, that episode was fucking dope, and I'm gonna go over it now. I'm gonna skim through the little bits. So, what's the entire episode was in the weird ass resolution that they use. What is that resolution, by the way? I still don't know which resolution that is. But the entire episode wasn't that, so it's good. It was consistent for once. We finally got an answer to what the fuck is up with the Miller ghost shit. We finally got an answer. So, okay, I like that so at the very beginning we got to see a bunch of like scenes and just like essentially a lot of things from Miller's consciousness point of view, like actual Miller. Because here's the thing, is that we have Miller and we have the investigator, right? And the investigator is just wearing Miller's skin and is just pretending to be Miller. Like, it has Miller's persona loaded in. So then it just looks familiar to Holden, and it's just like, hey, help me out. And Holden is like, okay, I'll help you out. But in reality, Miller is still there, which I suppose this explains what it was way back when it was at the finale of previous season with the Evidence Gate, whatever. So it was then when he was just investigator indicating Holden what to do, and then Holden was like, need to make sure you're Miller, and then Miller showed up and it just said some corny ass shit, and he was like, okay, you're Miller. So that explains that. It's literally both. So the investigator is there, and then whenever they allow him or whenever they let their guard down, Miller is able to come out. So Miller still exists, and it's actually Miller, right? But the majority of the time, it's the investigator, the one that forces all of this progression and investigating to happen. Miller, on the other hand, just wants to die. That's it. So Miller has been being puppeted by the investigator in order to help out in the investigation, I suppose. But now they are actually the investigator has been weakened. I say the investigator. Miller refers to whatever as his jailers or whatever. So like whatever force is driving the investigator to function, like the computer where he's stored or whatever. Miller is like, okay, I fuck that shit, but he's under control of it in order to do investigation work. But now they've been weakened because of whatever bullshit Holden did here, and that allowed Miller to be like, okay, I'm free. I can be myself now. Hi, what's up? I'm Miller. Hi. Okay, so I just found some shit. Let's go over there and see what the fuck is up over there. So then they went there. Cool. Holden and Miller went there. They went into the center of Elos, and it was cool. It was wacky. It was sci-fi. And they get over there and they find the Eye of Sauron. And Miller goes like, okay, so you see some crazy shit, and it's like, yeah, the Eye of an Angry God. Yeah, the Eye of Sauron. And then Miller is like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna jump into that thing that looks like it can move, maybe, and I'm gonna jump over there, and then I'm gonna come over here, and then you're gonna tell me exactly where it is, and then I'm gonna just dive into it. And Holden is like, what do you mean? And it's like, yeah, I want to die. So I came here to die. Hi. So that's the whole point. Miller just wants to die. The investigator wants to find what actually happened. Miller has nothing to do with that shit. Miller has been used in order to cooperate to that investigation, but now that he actually has a degree of freedom, he's just like, all right, so I discovered some shit, we need to get over there, and maybe that can turn off whatever fucking shit is happening on the planet, and that's gonna be awesome, and you guys are gonna be able to get out, and also get to die, and it's gonna be great. And I like that, and I also understand it. So Miller is just like, I want to die. Because the existence of Miller is, his consciousness is being kept on a computer, and sometimes they allow it to come out, but the entire time he's probably conscious to a degree, or he keeps jumping, his consciousness keeps being turned on and off, or on and off. It actually reminds me a little bit of Soma. If any of you played the game Soma, it's a really good game. It's supposedly like a horror game, but not so much a horror game, but like a really interesting game about like what it means to be human. And it takes place in like future Earth, post-apocalyptic Earth, and it's a bunch of people on an underwater facility that was like a mining facility or an energy facility, and so the planet just got fucked by a meteor, and everyone on the surface died, and these are the only people left alive. But the only way they could have continued to survive essentially is because this doctor just had this like weird project of uploading our consciousness into AI, and then uploading the AI into like a shuttle and launch it into space. And the whole game is about that. But the entire game, you never encounter you encounter a person once. Everything else, you encounter consciousness of people being uploaded into shit. Into like robots, or into whatever, go into suits, into whatever. And some of them perceive themselves as human. Some of them cannot bear the fact that they are not human anymore. They think that they are, they reject what they are, whatever. It goes all over the place. It's a fantastic game about this concept. And I'm thinking about Miller is probably going through something like that. Like in that game, there's a character that is essentially alive in like a portable computer, but that computer only turns on whenever it's on like a station. So then if you put that in a station and then you take it off and then you put it into a different station, that character's consciousness literally just blinks from one to the other, and it's like, whoa, I'll never get used to that, because to that character no time has passed. It's just this and then this. For the other perspective, it's been like 5 hours. So it's a weird, it's this weird, like a bunch of situations that happen as a result of what is like a consciousness that is not actually a person, right? And I assume Miller's existence right now has to be something similar to that, except that he's being controlled over what what freedom his consciousness has, or where it is placed, or a lot of bullshit like that. And okay, sure. So I like that. I like that a lot. I like exploring that path of that. We're probably not gonna explore it very much, but I do like that. That's where Miller ended up in. So Miller jumps into like this like weird robot whatever. It's just like a bunch of like construct shit from the planet. The thing is that he has Holden to be there for whenever he jumps into the machine, and then he's just gonna go and be like, okay, Holden, tell me where it is, and then Holden goes into it. Miller goes into it, and there you go. Everything magically sorts itself out. Maybe. Here's the thing. The scientist lady shows up screaming, oh my god, Murch is coming here to kill you. Amos has been shot. All of that. Because what happened off screen, well, not off screen, but like what I skipped, is that when Holden came here to do this, well, the scientist lady followed him and then she turned back. And then Murtry got the information out of her by intimidation. And then Murtry and Wei went after Holden. And they were going to go up there and kill him. Then Amos sent a message to Wei and was like, okay, I'm coming after your boss. So don't be there when I do. So, because she heard that, she listened to a message on speaker with Murtry. Murtry was like, all right, so I don't want to have a killer on my back. So let's wait here and we'll kill him. And then we'll go after Holden. And so they do that. Wei tries to convince Amos not to do it. Amos is like, girl, I'm gonna go after Holden. And if you get in my way, I'm gonna go through you. So then Amos just fucking kills her because Wei just refuses to fucking move and just change her mind about Murtry, about what she's doing. Murtry just sold her on the idea of like we're gonna do this shit together and we're gonna get paid and whatever. Sure. And Amos is like, all right, so you gotta go. He shoots her. I'm not sure if she's dead. Like 2 or 3 characters have said that she's dead, so maybe she is dead. But she didn't instantly die because of the fact that Amos shot her and then she shot him. So she didn't instantly die. I thought she was shot in the head, but then it was like, no, she actually shot him after she got shot. So she couldn't have instantly died. But she could have died 5 seconds after she got shot. She could still be dead. She could have shot in the chest, and then she's like, boom. And then she shots last second, and then there you go. Right? Good shot to be able to land a shot on Amos after you got shot, by the way, if you're dying. If you're like dying like a couple seconds after that. You have to be really good in order to land a shot there. So Amos kills her. Damn. She shoots him back. She hits him in the leg. Okay, that's alright. Immobilizing, but not fatal. Murtry comes from the back and shoots Amos in the hand. And he gets like 1, maybe 2 fingers. And it seems like it was like... I could go back and check. In fact, I'm going to do it. But I think it was like this. I think he hits like this 2 fingers, maybe. At least this one, right? And I said it immediately as it happened. Because I got reminded that like the episode that came out like this week on YouTube Public, I talk about like permanent damage and me being like, I want to see permanent damage because I remember Shed getting his head just blown the fuck up in 4 episodes in, and I was like, oh shit, the show does not give a shit. But then every character has managed to like survive. Like Miller didn't, but Miller's still here, still. So it's like weird, right? But every character has managed to like overcome everything. To the point where I'm like, I want to see either a major character die, like a main cast member die, or get like permanent damage, right? That's what I want to see. Okay, so I'm watching it again. Amos shoots her. I don't know where the bullet went. She shoots him back. She hits him in the leg. It was almost like a dick shot. But she comes from the back and shoots him, and it hits in the hand. Amos instantly, I like this, Amos instantly switches hands with the weapon. He was holding it in his right, and then he instantly switched to his left and shot Murtry back. He didn't land the shots. Probably. I don't think he did. I think he actually did get 2 fingers. I think it was the 2 that I said. Yeah, I think he's like doing this, but he doesn't have these 2 fingers. So it's like he's like doing this, and then he grabs the scientist lady and goes go, and there's this moment where he like grabs her, and I think he grabs her like this, go. So he lost at the very least this finger on the right hand, maybe this too. Okay. Now, would that be permanent damage? I mean, yes, normally, but this is sci-fi. And also, I remember vividly that in like the first episode, we saw people with like prosthetics that was like the entire arm. So medicine has advanced to the point where we can just have prosthetics. I mean, we already have prosthetics, right? But prosthetics that are like good. So now we can actually... It's different if it's an arm to like fingers, but wouldn't the fingers be like easier? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or an engineer, so I don't know how they would work. But I feel like you could probably replace those with something. They wouldn't be like perfect fingers, but you could replace them with something maybe. I don't know. After all, you need fingers in order to pull triggers, and that's the trigger finger. You can't pull the triggers with this too, right? It doesn't work like that unless you hold the gun like fucking Jake Peralta did in that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he has to break the record for the precinct, and he goes oopsie downsy, which is the technique invented by Scully, and he goes like I surrender, and then he goes like pow, pow, and fires like this. That was dope. I don't know why I remember that. I don't know where that pull came from, but yeah, he could shoot guns like that. I'm down for that. I don't know if you have the strength. Well, no, Amos does. Normally, a person wouldn't have the strength to hold like an assault rifle like this, but Amos would be able to. I believe Amos would be able to. Amos can pass that charisma check. He's the part of barbarian. He can do it. So, all right. So that happens. The scientist lady. It's been 9 episodes. She's a major character. She might be an even major character next episode. I still don't know what her name is. Did I write it down anywhere? I wrote down... No, that is a ship. The OPAS Tinan. I think that is a ship. Because OPAS. Rana, maybe. That's all I have. I don't know. So her, the scientist lady, she runs after Holden, and she goes and warns him. And we go back to the Miller Holden thing. She warns him, and then Holden is like, "Okay, I'm gonna go do that shit." And then Miller comes in, and he can talk to the lady. Finally, he can like talk to someone other than Holden. The reason why, I assume, is because now he's in a physical form. And therefore, he can just speak with anyone, not just Holden. So, then he's like, okay, lady told me where the Iosaurus is. And then she guides him to do it. But then it gets interrupted and gets grabbed by, like, the planet. I don't know if that was the jailers or just straight up the planet. Or here's the thing, is that we have, like, 2 forces at play here. Maybe only one, but there's 2 forces that were at play at some point. And it's the builders, the ancient civilization, and whatever killed it. And what we have here, they even said this is the remains of like a battlefield, essentially, between those 2 like factions or whatever. So that happens. And I assume this is the builders and like the computer that is commanding Miller this entire time, the investigator. I assume that is what goes like, okay, you're trying to do some naughty shit. So then they just grabbed it and pulled it apart, and then he managed to break free, but by that point, his body got damaged enough that it was difficult for him to get there. And whatever. We'll put this on hold and move on to a different plot line. Then, back to Holden and Murtry. So Holden actually goes back after the scientist lady tells him to do so, and he has a showdown with Murtry. He has a fucking Duel of the Fates ass showdown with Murtry. Like this was a very Star Wars moment. I suppose it wasn't a duel of the fates. It was like a Luke Vader situation. I felt like they're just talking. They're just saying some dumb shit. Some. Look at my guy Burm Gorman delivering those like evil guy lines. Those like fucking I'm an antagonist lines. It's just like look at my boy. I love him. My boy Burm Gorman him here doing shit. That was great. So we do have a showdown. And it was a very like, okay, who shoots first, right? And so they just go Wild West style. It wasn't as much of a showdown like a spaghetti western one as like the one that we had like 6 episodes ago. That was very scenery shot and from a distance. And then there wasn't anyone shooting. It was just him just punching him and being like, I'm out. But this time they did shoot each other. And it seems Holden got hit in like the neck, but it wasn't. It didn't hit anything vital, but then because then he came back and he was okay. But it did like graze the neck and he was bleeding, but it wasn't bad. Mercury, on the other hand, it seems like he did get shot in like the chest or whatever. He was just like, I can't move, or like around here. He was like, okay, so he was bleeding blood. Blood was like falling from here, so maybe it was like somewhere around here, like a lung or something. So yeah, and he was just down on the floor, and his gun fell off. So he no longer had a gun. And I was like, this bitch is petty enough to just like move and push and throw Holden into the hole. I thought he was going to do it, just throw Holden off the pit. But he didn't do it. I suppose he didn't have the strength to do it because I 100% think Mercury would have done that. But Holden was just like, all right, you're fucking done. And Mercury was like, you don't have to do it. You don't have what it takes to do it, kid. And it's like, yeah, you're right, but I'm gonna take you to court and you're gonna be fucked up and incarcerated for life or what, like the lawful good thing to do. Holden be like that. So he just does that, and there you go. We just leave Mercury there, and he could become a problem next episode. I suppose it's the final episode where he's gonna be in it, because after that he's probably gonna be incarcerated or he's gonna die. If he comes back and does some shit, he's gonna die. But maybe we won't even see him. Maybe he's just not gonna matter anymore. He's just whatever. We're just gonna move on from that and focus on whatever fucking bullshit happened at the end. But yeah, Holden comes back, and then we have Holden, the scientist lady, and Miller trying to get back. Okay, psych. Let's switch to a different plotline. The other plotline that matters a little bit less. So Mercury, he, like 8 episodes ago, not as many, like 6 episodes ago, he set up one of the shuttles to be armed with a bomb and a remote detonator, essentially. Just like make that shuttle a bomb. So what he did is that he commanded the what was the name of the ship? The Triple I. Yeah, I suppose the Triple I. To just send that shuttle and send it to the Rosie, and then they're just gonna detonate manually. Maybe it wasn't the Rosie, but it would have been the Wire, and because they're trying to just screw over the builders and the fucking mineral or whatever, and fuck that Barbabicola some shit, right? So they're doing that, and the cool guy in the Tripoli, the guy who talks to the scientist lady, he sends a text message to Rosa being like, you guys requested that shuttle? And he's like, no, we didn't. Why are you asking? And it's like, yeah, because there's a shuttle coming your way, and when I asked a couple questions, this fucking asshole in my shift just pointed a gun at me and said like, don't ask any further questions. So I think you guys are gonna be on fuck. You're under attack. So then Alex is like, all right, what the fuck is that shuttle about? And then they're like, I don't know, we're gonna check. And it's like, fuck you. So then he just shoots the shuttle down. The debris hits the Rosie, and it is damaged because of the debris, but also the Lucia gets hit by some canister or whatever, some oxygen canister that just hits her and sends her flying into space. Then Naomi has to dive in and catch her, and then go back together, pulling themselves back into the Rosie. That was dope. And that was a dope moment. It did remind me a little of like episode 4 in season 1. Yeah, I think it was when Shed died. yeah, Holden did something like that with Naomi. And I remember racking my brain in order to trying to figure out what the fuck the situation was. And it was essentially that Naomi wasn't flying, and then what Holden did is that he kicked Naomi to push himself backwards in order to hit the floor, in order to like put the what was it? I don't remember exactly how it was, but it was some shenanigans of like sending her off in order to push himself back, in order to pull her back, in order to like whatever. Like it was some fuckery with gravity. It was quick thinking. It was dope. It reminded me a little bit of that. So, they save her, and it's cool that they save her. But then the situation becomes, okay, what do we do? Because we are running out of battery power. We don't really have fair power. We're kind of sitting ducks here. And essentially, we're in. It's not long until both ships are gonna fall. So Alex, and I like this. I like this because Lucia is like, okay, it's done. We can't keep the fucking minerals. We can't keep the barbicle. Just send everyone into the Rosie, and we're just gonna say fuck the barbicola and just fucking leave it to die. And we're just gonna save the people in the barbicola. And then Naomi and Alex go like, no, we're gonna do it. And I like this. I like this because Lucia was the one that said like, no, we have to save this because this is our future. This is our hope. But then she's like, no, the lives of the people are more important, which is true. But then Naomi and Alex come in and they go like, no, we're not gonna let you give up on your dream, on your hope. We're gonna save both. And it's like, yes. Because like, I was like, yes, when she gave up, because it's like, because before I was like, bitch, the mineral is not more important than the people. But then she was like, no, the people are more important. We're going to save her and fuck the mineral. And I was like, yes. But then Naomi and Alex were like, no, we're going to save both. We're going to save your dream as well. And then I'm like, double yes, you know? The good guy thing to do, right? And Alex comes up with this plan of, we're going to essentially just fire in order to reposition ourselves. So when you fire, there's a recoil. So if you fire in a specific like direction and angle, then you're gonna create a force that can like nudge you a little bit into the direction you want to go without using like a thruster or burning any fuel. So okay, that worked actually. That actually did work. It bought them a little bit of time, and hopefully the drive engines are gonna come back online after this. So that's what happened on that side of the story, and that's all we get there. Then we gotta go back to, did literally anything else happen other than what happened at the end? No, I think what happened at the end is it's the only thing that's coming. And yes, it's the fact that Holden comes back and the scientist lady helping Miller to get to the thing. The thing is that Miller cannot move, so she's literally pulling him into getting into the Eye of Sauron. Dope. She has no control over it. Like it's like way too heavy and whatever. She falls with Miller into the sun, whatever the fuck that thing is, and the episode ends. And by this point, the entire planet is glowing. All the constructs is glowing, but like the thing is that we have established before that the entire planet is a construct. We have established that before. They said like the construction goes all around the surface of the planet. So it's like, okay, so the entire planet is the construct. Cool. So the entire planet starts glowing. Every building, every construct, and underneath it, everything starts glowing. And from space, it just looks like this big construct ball. Just like whatever the fuck we're sitting on, whatever the building was, that, but the whole planet. That's what it looked like. And it's glowing blue. Course. So that's where the episode ends, with the lady falling into the Eye of Sauron alongside Miller. I don't know what that is going to do, because the thing is that it could just kill them. Also, I don't know what that is. That could be like a black hole, like a contained black hole that they use as like an engine or whatever. I have no idea, dude. I don't know what that could be. But so they fall into it, and I'm thinking like, okay, what could happen after this? I immediately thought that scientist lady was like that thing is just gonna like disintegrate whatever touches it. So the scientist lady, since she fall backwards into it, like she's gonna be disintegrated from like here and above, and it's just gonna be like whatever is left of that corpse there. And Miller the same, except Miller's not a body; it's just like a bunch of things, so it doesn't matter that much. But I don't think it's just gonna be as easy as that. So they could literally become the planet. They could do that. Like when Julie Mao became the ship, it could be Miller becoming the planet. And that's what I initially thought when he said download into the planet, but he just meant I'm gonna download into this little thing, and then I'm gonna throw myself into the sun and die. He could not die. He could become something else. And now, like the fact that now the scientist lady has also fallen into that, I'm thinking that they will become something else. Maybe their life is probably not going to be over. The consciousness is going to transfer into something else. It's going to be a different way of existence, a different form, maybe. That's what I'm expecting, because they have set up the scientist lady. We're going to learn her name at some point, because if what I'm saying comes true, she's going to matter. But they have set up her before as she's a very curious person. She's like, I would give up anything in order to understand and have all these amazing, incredible things. So I'm thinking this could be her dream. This could be a life, an existence that she would enjoy, an existence of someone that has ascended humanity. Not in like a godhood kind of deal, but in like I have become something else now, like a weird alien construct consciousness shit. I might not have a physical form anymore, but now there's so much crazy shit that I just get to see, experience, and be. Like I said see, but see, she's not gonna have anus anymore. You know, what are senses? She's gonna become beyond that, and it's just gonna be right up her alley. She's gonna be like, this is this fucking weird as shit, but you know, I'm kind of into it. You know, I am not a person anymore. I'm a planet. There's so much shit to learn about this planet now. Not that I am it. And she could be it alongside Miller. Fuck, they could fuse. They could become Miller scientist lady. Scientist Miller dude. I don't know. But whatever. So, I don't know where that goes. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. This entire episode felt like the finale. So, I don't know where it goes next episode. So, yeah, next episode, there has to be some kind of conflict. They have to explain something. Like, they have to explain what is happening at the very least. Not what is going to happen, what is happening right now. They have to establish that, and then they have to give me some degree of closure. Shit, like, this might be the best finale we have in the Expanse so far in a season, right? I mean, Expanse seasons are kind of weird because it's more like you're aiming to see like the book finales, not the season finales. So like, the first one would be like halfway through the first season. The second would be halfway through the second season. The first one would be halfway through the second season. The second would be halfway through the third season. And then the third one would be at the end of the third season. And then this one would be at the end of the fourth season. Okay, this might be the best one yet. But when we were getting close to the end of Abaddon's Gate, I was like, we're gonna slice the ring in half with a giant laser sword, and I thought that was the dopest shit ever, and then we didn't do that, and I got disappointed. So maybe the final episode of this is gonna disappoint me, but I think I'm not expecting anything at this point. It's just a bunch of weird shit. Cool. So we'll see where that weird shit goes, because I feel like this is as crazy as it's gotten so far, right? I feel like this is as crazy as it's gotten. Because we're not dealing with like any. Oh yeah, we also have to have some closure to like Christian and the Ashford shit. Yeah, I forgot. So yeah, if Ashford's gonna die, it's gonna happen next episode, I suppose. The Christian shit, the Ashford shit, the Gunny shit, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot we have to deal with next episode, huh? Okay, we'll see where it go. We'll see where it go. Yeah. Sure. Maybe we won't even get any like Holden or Rosie or whatever in the next episode. I mean, we're gonna get it for sure, but maybe just a little bit. because maybe we have to close all those like side plots, and then we're gonna come back to this, and it's just gonna be like 5 minutes, and it's gonna be like, oh, so that's what happens, and there you go. Maybe it could just be that. Maybe it could just be as simple as that. But yeah, I think that's it for another 37 minutes of talking. Yeah, sure. Again, this goes flying by sometimes. But yeah, I think that was it for this episode of The Expanse. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here and watching this episode of The Expanse reaction. If you would like to see next one, it should already be up on Patreon, the finale, in full length, and all that cool stuff. Check out the links in the description, okay, and I'll see you next time, okay? Goodbye. Take care.